It's a program of musical storytelling as Thomas Adès conducts the CSO in works by Liszt, Sibelius, and Janáček, as well as his own piano concerto. The Mephisto Waltz No. 1 is Franz Liszt's vivid portrait of an episode from the Faust legend, as told by Austrian poet Nikolaus Lenau. In Lenau's tale, Mephistopheles takes Faust to a village inn. There, Mephisto grabs a violin and whips the crowd of peasants into a frenzy with a diabolical waltz. Just as the music builds to a climax, the doors swing open, a nightingale sings, and the dancers disperse. Faust and the innkeeper's daughter vanish into the forest. In Lenau's scenario, the waltz is not a refined couple's dance, but a distorted mirror to civilized society, exposing its repressed sexuality and violence. In 1926, Jean Sibelius wrote incidental music for a Copenhagen production of Shakespeare's The Tempest. It was a massive staging, featuring a chorus, soloists, and more than an hour's worth of music. We'll hear the first of two suites from the score, plus the prelude, which depicts a shipwreck in a storm, complete with surging waves and howling winds. The suite includes The Oak Tree, an ethereal portrait of the spirit Ariel, and Caliban's Song, which depicts him as a caricature of an Eastern barbarian with Turkish percussion sounds. In 2012, Thomas Adès was at the Metropolitan Opera rehearsing his operatic version of The Tempest when pianist Kirill Gerstein asked whether he'd consider writing him a piece. Adès responded with his Piano Concerto, a brilliantly scored work that the New York Times has called a rare hit in contemporary music. The three-movement concerto is a pianistic workout full of virtuosic flights and intricacies. The finale contains a three-chord call to arms, according to Adès. Some listeners hear echoes of Gershwin, Prokofiev, and even Beethoven. Finally, Janáček's Taras Bulba is an orchestral rhapsody based on Nikolai Gogol's historical novel. Set in 1628, it depicts the violent life of a Ukrainian Cossack who sought to free his countrymen from Polish tyranny. In the third and final movement, Taras is captured and dies at the stake while yelling defiantly at his captors. Composed during the First World War, Janáček's piece is steeped in pro-Slavic sentiment and filled with some of the most poignant, vivid, and strange sounds in all of Czech music.